The worst kind of loneliness is not sitting alone in a quiet room. It is laughing with people, and still feeling like nobody is really with you. It is being in a group chat, at a table, in a family, in a room full of voices, and somehow feeling invisible. And not because nobody knows your name, but simply because nobody seems to know what is happening inside you. And this is the part you rarely admit. Sometimes, you are not lonely because people are absent. You are lonely because the real you is. And maybe that sounds strange at first, because from the outside, your life may not look lonely. You talk to people, reply to messages, and show up sometimes. You know how to smile at the right time. You know how to make things look normal. But inside, there is this quiet distance between who people think you are, and who you actually feel like. And that distance can become very exhausting, because you are not always looking for more people. Sometimes you are just looking for one place where you do not have to translate yourself. One place where you do not have to shrink the truth so it is easier for others to handle. And before you blame yourself for being too sensitive, too complicated, or too emotional, you need to understand something. This feeling does not really mean you are broken. It may mean you have spent a long time being around people who only knew the version of you that was easiest to love. You know that version of you that says, "It's fine," even when it is not. The one who laughs things off. The version of you that listens to everyone else's problems, but feels guilty when they need someone to listen back. The one who can be falling apart quietly and still ask another person, "Are you okay?" And the hardest part is, people believe you are fine because you became very good at acting fine. Not in a dramatic way and not because you wanted attention, but because at some point, you learned that showing pain did not always bring comfort. Sometimes it made people uncomfortable. Sometimes it made them disappear, and sometimes it made you feel like a burden. So you adjusted, you became easier, lighter, less demanding, less honest. And now you sit around people who may genuinely like you, but still feel far away from them, because they are close to your personality, not your pain. They know your jokes, not your fears. They know what you do, not what keeps you awake at night. And at night, that is when it usually comes back. The room gets quiet, your phone goes still, and suddenly all the things you pushed down during the day start breathing again. You replay small moments, a late reply, a change in someone's tone, a look that felt colder than usual, someone forgetting to check on you, someone you used to feel close to slowly becoming a stranger, and you tell yourself not to care, but you do. Of course you do, because sometimes the smallest things hurt the most when they touch an old wound. But this is one thing most people do not understand. Sometimes what you call overthinking is really your nervous system trying to protect you from being hurt the same way again. You are not just analyzing people for no reason. You are searching for unfamiliar patterns and signs. Signs that someone is pulling away. Signs that you said too much. Signs that you are about to be replaced, ignored, or forgotten. And that can make closeness feel confusing, because part of you wants to be known, but another part of you is terrified of what happens when someone gets close enough to actually see you. So you keep people at a safe distance, not always physical distance. Sometimes the distance can be emotionally. You let them know enough to stay, but not enough to hurt you deeply. You show them the edited version of you, the acceptable version. The version that does not need too much reassurance, the version that will not ruin the mood, the version of you that understands everyone, even when nobody understands them. Pause here, because this is the part that hurts. People can only love the version of you that you allow them to meet, and if the version they meet is the one you created to survive, then even being loved can feel lonely. That is why you can have friends and still feel alone. That is why you can be wanted and still feel unseen. That is why someone can say, "I'm here for you," and a part of you still does not believe them. Because maybe you have heard words before. Maybe what you are waiting for is consistency. Someone who notices when your energy changes. Someone who does not only love you when you are easy. Someone who stays gentle even when you are not performing. And maybe this is why you are interested in this video, because you are tired of being around people who like your presence but never really reach your depth. You do not want to explain everything. You just want someone to sense that there is more going on. You want to be seen without having to beg for it, but life does not always give us that. Sometimes life teaches us to become self-contained, to stop expecting, to stop asking, and to stop reaching. And after a while, independence can start to look like strength, when really, it is grief that learned how to behave. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Maybe the loneliest version of you was not created in isolation. Maybe it was created around people who dismissed your feelings, people who only noticed you when you were useful, people who made you feel like your needs were too heavy. So you became low maintenance, you became understanding, you became the person who says, "Don't worry about it," while secretly wishing someone would worry anyway. And now, connection feels risky. Because being truly seen means you can no longer hide behind the role that kept you safe. Sometimes healing does not feel peaceful at first. Sometimes it feels like losing the only version of yourself you knew how to be. The version that kept quiet, version that needed nothing. The version that survived by pretending it did not hurt. But maybe you do not have to hate that version. Maybe that version protected you. Maybe your silence, your distance, your numbness, your fear of needing people, were not flaws. Maybe they were old survival habits. They helped you get through moments when you did not have the support you needed. But now, you can start noticing the difference between protection and prison. You can ask yourself quietly, am I really okay? Or did I just learn to stop saying when I am not? Do I actually prefer being alone? Or does being vulnerable feel unsafe? Am I hard to understand? Or have I been hiding the parts of me that needed understanding most? There is no need to rush the answer. Just noticing it is already something. Because maybe the first step is not forcing yourself to be more open. Maybe the first step is admitting that you have been lonely in ways nobody could see. And that does not make you weak. It makes you human. If this video described something you have never been able to explain, leave one topic you want me to talk about in the comments. And if you want more videos that speak to the quiet parts of you nobody usually notices, subscribe. Maybe you were never too sensitive. Maybe you were just carrying pain that nobody helped you name. And maybe the loneliest part was never being without people, it was being surrounded by them, while silently waiting for someone to finally find the real you.